ICARUS is the instrumentation and control of autonomous and robotic systems.
So within the ICARUS group, we have a project called DroneNet. And DroneNet is an internally funded Accelerate Research Initiative project on multispectral instruments in order to detect, track, identify aerial objects. We're taking electro-optical, infrared, and acoustic data, and we're collecting that from ground-based instruments as well as UAS-based instruments. We take that information and we feed it into our machines here in this lab in order to store characteristic signatures of UAS into a database and to run machine learning algorithms on that data so that we can better detect UAS over time. So if we want to know that something we see in the air is a DJI Mavic, we'd like to have essentially a profile for it, and we'd like to be able to match that in real time. Once we get down to it's a small UAS, who owns it? What brand is it? Is it supposed to be there, right? Does it have a flight plan? Is it transmitting ADS-B? Is it below 400 feet? Or is this essentially a non-compliant UAS where we need to notify air traffic control that there's a problem in this grid location for air traffic control to deal with?
So one of the things I do is acoustics and acoustic simulations, and we are trying to make basically an array, an acoustic array for detection of UAS, model that interaction of the drone with the air, the acoustic noise that it basically emits, and we compare those simulations against the real data and see how accurate we can be.
We are intentionally actually staying away from radar because it is the de facto previously existing solutions. But many of the drones are so small that their radar cross-section area renders them almost invisible. So instead we're looking at visible cameras. The human eye can do a pretty good job of seeing a drone, but not if it's very far away, nor can it do it very well at night. So we also use infrared cameras.
So I'm an undergraduate researcher working with DroneNet, and I'm currently working with LiDAR on the flight node side of things, which is to create a mobile detection device that will be able to find non-compliant drones in our area in a patrolling kind of sense. The research that I'm doing is mainly to fuse the two data sets between cameras and LiDAR. Right now I'm working on determining the overlap between the field of view of the LiDAR and the other camera I'm working with, so that I can superimpose the colors of the camera onto the LiDAR points. So that allows you to see not only differences in shape, but also in color.
If I could jump to the end, if you will, is to be able to produce some technology that physically could be fit within a shoebox. This technology would encompass a variety of sensors so that we're not reliant on any one technology.
To have safe traffic management in an unrestricted fashion, what we need is instrumentation so that small UAS that are compliant can do so safely, and small UAS that are non-compliant can be localized, and air traffic control can handle them in a contingency scenario.